Hello everyone. My name is Peter. Welcome to the true stories being shared here. Please sit back and listen to today's story. WIBTA, if I tell the truth about what's going on, even if it will ruin my husband's image. My husband is dealing with some major issues. We still haven't figured out exactly what it is, but he seems to be facing some delusions. For example, it started about 6 months ago when he believed he caught me cheating because he found some document stating as much on my laptop. When I got home and he tried to find it to show me, it was clear that he couldn't. He's in therapy, but right now, we're technically separated and living in different rooms. It's just that this keeps happening. Some insecurity takes over my husband, and he believes it to be true. He either dreams evidence or just convinces himself that anything is evidence. I don't know what he's doing with his therapist, but I really don't see it getting better. Last week, he blew up at our daughter 15 because she didn't want him to drive her to the prom and take pictures with her. When I asked her, she said that wasn't true. She had talked to her dad about what she wanted to do when she graduated in 2 years. Her father just really got mad over a slight misunderstanding. The problem is that he keeps talking to people about his issues. I wondered why so many mutual acquaintances weren't responding to me. But apparently, they all think I'm a horrible person and a terrible wife. I just want to tell everyone what's really happening. Also, let them know that my husband is essentially lying to them, and let them see the delusions that he might be experiencing that I don't even know about. But as soon as he started therapy, he begged me not to tell anyone because everyone would think he was crazy. My sister says doing so would basically make his delusions worse. I just feel like I'm done. WIBTA? Update 5 months later. Thank you all for your support, especially those who have been through something similar. Your stories have meant the world to me. They made me feel less alone. To recap, for those who didn't see my first post, I've tried everything, from taking him to see a real psychologist to attempting to have him committed. I tried with his doctor, my MIL, and my lawyer. But he hasn't broken any laws or actually assaulted me. He's just threatened to kill me and my daughter for being whores. But to the police, that doesn't matter because we don't matter. So please, all your suggestions about getting him committed, or whether he has a tumor, dementia, or schizophrenia, please stop. I don't have the energy to fight anymore. I also have no legal standing against him. I can't care anymore, or I'll drive myself insane. He still has a support network. He will never be alone. But that man is dangerous to me and my daughters, and my duty as a parent comes first. So once again, please don't suggest what he might have or what I should do for him, because that's no longer my job. First of all, thank you for the responses and support. It's taken me a while to process everything, and honestly, I've hit a breaking point. The situation escalated in ways I never imagined, and I've had to make some hard decisions. After I posted, everything began unraveling quickly. About 5 months ago, when my husband's behavior started escalating, I quietly sought legal advice. By then, his delusions were already impacting our daily lives, and I knew I needed legal counsel. The divorce process required a period of legal separation before the divorce could be finalized. We've started this process, and I requested full custody of our 15-year-old daughter because she was becoming increasingly afraid of her father. The court was also concerned and ordered a psychological evaluation of my husband to assess his mental capacity for parenting. A few weeks after the legal separation, my husband's paranoia worsened. He started placing Apple AirTags in my car and in our 15-year-old daughter's backpack, tracking our every move. My daughter found the AirTag in her bag and was terrified. When I confronted him, he claimed it was for our safety, but it was clear that his paranoia was spiraling out of control. This incident profoundly affected our daughter, and she began refusing to see her father. Around this time, my MIL reached out to me. She was worried because my husband had accused her of cheating on his father, something completely out of character for him. My FIL didn't believe it for a second, but was deeply concerned about his mental state. Her reaching out was a small but much-needed relief. She acknowledged that his behavior was erratic and offered support, knowing that something was seriously wrong. My older daughter, 19, also got involved in the situation. She had secretly been recording her father's behavior for months. She documented 3 separate occasions where my husband went on rants of utter nonsense. The first was about me supposedly cheating on him with one of my colleagues, a man I barely interacted with. The second was about our 15-year-old daughter secretly dating an older man and lying to him about it. The third was about the entire family conspiring against him to make him look crazy. Watching these videos was heartbreaking, but they validated everything I had been dealing with privately. Things escalated further when my husband nearly attacked one of my colleagues. He had convinced himself that this man was the affair partner he thought he'd seen me with behind his back. It took all my strength to pull them apart before the situation turned vile. As the legal process continued, my lawyer informed me that due to the severity of the situation and the court-ordered psychological evaluation, my request for full custody was being taken very seriously. In Spain, courts generally prioritize the child's safety, and considering my husband's mental state and the danger he posed, it looked likely that I would be granted full custody of our 15-year-old. She has made it clear that she doesn't want to see her father, and the court is taking her wishes into account. In the midst of this, my 19-year-old daughter decided to take matters into her own hands. She posted the 3 videos of her father's breakdowns on Instagram, along with a compilation of texts, pictures, and other evidence she had gathered over the past few months. Her intention was to show the world what we had been enduring, but it quickly turned into a public spectacle. The backlash was intense. Some people were horrified and reached out with sympathy and support, while others criticized us for airing dirty laundry and accused my daughter of betraying her father. As the divorce proceedings continued, my husband's mental health became a central issue. The psychological evaluation requested by the court revealed the depth of his delusions, particularly around cheating and sexual paranoia. It was clear he was unfit to make decisions regarding our daughter's well-being. The evaluation supported my request for full custody, and the court is now in the process of finalizing that decision. In the meantime, all communication between my husband and me is handled through our lawyers, and I've ensured that any interaction between him and our 15-year-old is supervised. Given the severity of the situation and the damage to our lives, I'm planning to move away with my daughter once the legal process is complete. My reputation in our current community has been shattered thanks to the delusions and lies he spread. Starting fresh in a new place seems like the only way for us to heal and rebuild our lives. I never wanted it to come to this. I still care deeply for my husband, but I can no longer sacrifice my well-being for his image. Realizing he had been lying to his therapist, or rather his unqualified life coach, was a turning point for me. I knew I couldn't trust him to get better on his own. Thankfully, a few friends have started seeing through his story and are reaching out to offer support, which gives me hope. But I know the road ahead will be long and difficult. To anyone else in a similar situation, please know you're not alone. This has been the hardest decision I've ever had to make, but sometimes you have to do what's best for your mental health and safety, no matter how painful it is. Thank you again for all the advice. I hope this is the first step toward a better future, even if it's a painful one.